All right, we're live now. All right. So how's it been going so far, Eddie?
Well, cold.
Cold. Yeah.
Minnesota,
Yeah.
Very cold.
Very
going
cold.
cold.
Yeah.
Other than that, very good.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Yeah, we've in Moorhead right now. It's we had another storm today, and our campus was closed down again. So it's been really stormy up in northern Minnesota, almost by North Dakota. So
No,
yeah.
no, no, I know it very, very, very well. Made that
Mm-hmm.
trip in the wintertime many, many, many times.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah. Yeah. Still getting used to it a little bit, but I've always been a Minnesota guy, so I
But
know the weather a little bit, or for the
don't
most
get
part.
used to it, do we?
Right.
It gives us something to complain about.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's our one Minnesota thing that we can bond over is weather all the time, especially in the
Oh,
winters.
ain't that
So.
sure?
Yeah. All right. So let's start off with the question. Talk about the start. Just give a brief overview of the start of your wrestling career.
Well, it's colorful. I don't have really a lot of time to go into it. I started on a carnival,
Hmm.
and then I was working on the gym with all the guys, and in fact, you can even look it up on a computer. It's just strange. I just found it the other day myself. Honey Montana, who played Luca Brasi in The Godfather,
Oh.
pretty much got me in the business after I knocked out two guys in Luigi's Cafe. And
Okay.
one fell right in his arms, and he threw him out. And a week
Oh.
later, I was wrestling. It was that easy.
Mm-hmm.
I've been very lucky.
Where was that again?
Well, I knocked out two guys in a street fight inside a restaurant.
Okay.
And one of them, he just fell in Honey Montana, Luca Brasi, fell in his arms.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was so impressed by it. All the wrestlers were there. And next week, it got back to Vern, Next week, I was wrestling.
Huh.
Against Otto von Krupp in Fargo.
Oh, okay.
Huh. So later, he came to Great Malenko.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I was lucky.
Yeah. It's always cool to hear about how these various wrestlers get into wrestling, and yeah, it just happened, I guess, coincidence for you. So.
Yeah. Well, I had a little knowledge because I wrestled on a carnival, but I never had to go to a wrestling camp or nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was the biggest territory in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just very, very lucky.
Okay.
I have been through my whole career. I've been very lucky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Jesse, you want to go with the question?
Sure. So, Eddie, back in the day, like I think when the AWA first got started, I believe that was sometime in the 70s. You can correct me if I'm wrong. What was that time like being in the AWA?
Say that again.
What was the time back in the 70s to be in the AWA? What was that like for you?
Well, I was mostly in the 60s. It was great. It was great. We had all the great workers in the world. And we had a lot of fun. It was a wonderful
time. Yeah. So it's always cool to hear, stories from back then, and it's very cool to see how these, how these wrestlers got to where they are. So it's very cool to hear.
Yeah, we had some great guys. Well, we had the best in the business. It was the biggest territory in the world at the time, also. So, yeah, we all made money, and we had a lot of fun. Awful lot of long trips, but we still had fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of trips, who did you typically ride with to wrestling shows?
Well, whoever was in the town, but most of the time I rode with Harley Race.
Oh, okay.
We lived together. They all lived at my house. I had a house in South Minneapolis, and I'd run out rooms to wrestlers. So, and we hung out together all the time, run around together. And I wasn't afraid to ride with him. He'd go 100 miles an hour all the way. And he was very particular who we take with him, too. He's a good man on the road. Yes.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, I've heard of...
Well, other people, too, of course. But he was my favorite.
Right. Yeah. I've know of the name and I've seen a little bit of his stuff, but it's just, it's cool to get inside stories of what Harley Race was like. And I think one time on an interview, I heard something from CM Punk about how I guess they rode together, and apparently Harley Race like threw up over his car or something and like apologized to Punk, and Punk was like, "It's okay, you're Harley Race." Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was something. He was quite a guy. Yes, he was. A good friend.
Yeah, definitely a great mind in the wrestling business.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was smart. He was tough too.
Yeah. All right. What do you think is the best way to get over in the wrestling business?
Well, that's be good.
Be good.
Train hard, move fast. Always look good. You gotta look good before you can do anything.
Right. Yeah.
There's a lot to it. I mean, we could talk a whole hour on it. It's such a complex business. It's harder than people think it is. I mean, the timing's got to be perfect. Or when you die, when you make your comeback. If you die too long, you can kill the match. So that's why that's so very, very important, is when you make your comeback. And it goes on and on. It's psychology. There's a lot of thinking. Everything's got to mean something.
Right. Yeah. Timing is everything in wrestling.
Timing is everything, and that's right. Not only in the ring, but be at the right place at the right time, be in the right territory when it's doing good. Yeah, timing's everything, that's for sure.
Right. Yeah. And I believe with today's wrestlers, I believe that they're it's just way too fast paced and they don't slow down enough. So something I wish that they would do more and just slow down and then pace their moves and then segments in the match. So
well, they do it. Hopefully, they do it in house matches. You have to move faster for television matches. House match, you can slow down.
Oh yeah, that's true. TV stuff. So
yeah, it's different. Yeah, it's a lot harder on TV.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't get the wrestles.
Yeah, I get it. That makes sense now.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, Jesse, you have a question?
Yep. So Charlie or Eddie, there's a certain individual out there that we both know, Charlie Norris. Do you think that
he's one of my guys? I train him.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think he will make a comeback?
No.
You don't think so?
No. His health he's getting old, and his health is not good. I wish
that's true.
It's catching up with him. I'll get old.
Yep.
I wish he would, but he's pretty old.
Yeah. We had him on the show last Friday night, and he was kind of, you could tell from talking to him that he just wants his name out there again. I don't think he necessarily wants to get back in the ring, but he wants his name out there again.
Well, something happened in wrestling. All of a sudden, wrestling memorabilia got to be very popular and expensive.
Right.
And sell stuff now that we couldn't before. Actually, before we couldn't even talk about it. If you talk to other people about wrestling, you could get fired. But now you
Yeah.
can't. You can go up there and you can, sign autographs and they can sell pictures. And it's changed a lot. For the better, all for the better.
Wow.
And he likes people. He's a people person. So he likes to get out.
Yeah, Charlie definitely had a lot to say when we were talking to him. He was telling all these cool stories about Bischoff and PWA and WCW. So, yeah, definitely a lot of stories.
He's a great guy.
Yeah. All right. Why did you become a wrestling trainer?
Oh, well, money, of course. But how I became a trainer, I had some friends that we all were working together at a real, roughest place in Minneapolis, Grandma B's. And there was some really tough guys there. And I had already trained a couple guys. I trained Bob Backlund and Jesse Ventura, a few others, and they asked me to train them, and I don't want to get back in business. I want to get on with it. So, Road Warrior Hockey came up. He said, here's $500 for your training. I said, my boy, you'll be a world champion. And of course he was. I trained him, Hawk, Animal, Rick Rude, the Garso, who's demolition. And after that, my price went up to $3,000. And people were standing in line to pay me, coming from all around the country. It was a pretty good time.
Wow.
Yeah, that was wonderful. I made more money then than I did wrestling.
Oh.
I didn't have to take a bump.
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
That was nice.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of great trainers, and obviously they probably do it for the money, and I know you did too. But yeah, it's just cool that the wrestlers just lined up and asked, "Can you train me?" So it's very cool. Sounds like it was a very special thing to be a part of.
Well, I spent a lot of time with guys. Not twisted training. We hang out together and we get together and we talk. We spent a lot of time together, not just in the gym, but out and around. We hung out together a lot. And, you learn an awful lot by talking. One day I was working out with some guys that were helping me. The best in the business was Carl Gotch and Otto von Kropper of the Great Malenko. And one day I went to work out with them, and they said, no, we're just going to sit and talk. I thought, oh my gosh, what am I going to learn here? And I learned so much in that hour or two. It was just amazing what you can learn by just talking. I'm listening.
Right, yeah. I'm not sure if you want to answer this or not, but there's a question in the comments. It says, who was the worst person that you trained?
Oh, God, I don't know. There wasn't any. Most were pretty good. I don't really know the worst one.
Yeah.
I was you get a pretty good bunch of athletes when they got to pay that kind of money. I was very, very lucky. But that's really, guys come from, like Rick Steiner came all the way from Michigan and people like that. I don't think I can't say a worst one.
Okay.
They all were so good. Back then, Minnesota was just full of so many great athletes.
Yeah.
I was very, very, very fortunate. Very lucky.
Yeah. Okay. Jeff, do you have a question?
And we have another question from Brandon. He asked, you ever work with Vern Gagne, and how was that like?
I worked with him my whole life, yeah. Well, Vern was a strange guy. He was a great wrestler, a great promoter. He was very, very hard to work for. But we worked hard. Everyone worked hard then, and so we were happy. And he was also, if you didn't work in wrestling, nicest guy you ever met in your life. But the stress that wrestling put on, it was hard, but he was all around, he had problems, against a lot of people. But He was a good guy. He was all right, and he was the best promoter in the world at that time. And then, the business is hard on a guy.
Right.
It catches up with you.
Right. Yeah.
It's caught up with him.
Yeah, you were talking about how wrestling business was very different back then, and how you weren't able to interact with fans as much.
Well, you got to change it. A lot of the old promoters, all of them, they couldn't change. They couldn't make a change. They're still working in the old days.
Right.
Oh, they're all gone now.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of evolving and stuff, how did the younger talent today treat you?
Good.
Good.
See, there's something about our business that other businesses don't have. We kind of pick and choose. You pick who you ride with and all that. If you get a bad guy in our business, we get rid of them. Just don't use them. Or in some cases, somebody will hurt them. One of the shooters will hurt them in some way. So we're very fortunate. We had a very, very nice bunch of guys all the time. And that's what I miss about the business. Not the long trips, not even the wrestling. I miss the guys. They're such a nice bunch.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of the older guys and stuff, what was it like training and just being with the Road Warriors?
Oh, it was fun. They made it fun. But again, at the right place at the right time. I was just out of the business, so I knew everybody. So I just make a call. Like I called Ole Anderson, was the main guy then. I told him I got some guys up here you might like. And he lived up here, save relatives apparently. So he'd come up, he'd come right to the old bar, right up here. He took them right off the floor. They're about you. He said, you be on the plane Saturday, and you will be on the plane a week from Saturday. Road Warriors, Rick Root, Barry Darcel, that kicker got the business. Because of Ole. Ole had a good eye for it. He was very smart. Good eye for talent. It was that easy. Then after that, everyone I trained did make the call and they didn't work. Business was good then.
Okay. I never knew I think I might have heard it, but I didn't know that these guys started as bouncers. So it's kind of interesting to hear.
Yeah, almost all of the video. Yeah, they're tough guys before they even got the business.
Okay.
Yeah, they were legitimate tough. They could fight. And some of them like to fight.
Yeah.
And fight, like Rick Rude and people like that.
Yeah, I believe that they could.
Oh yeah, they actually go out of the way, Back then we'd have, riots with the fans. We didn't have police protection. We didn't have barriers or nothing like that. So if there was a riot, one of the boys were stuck in the ring, they'd go get them out. Right? There's 1,000. Yeah, they'd fight them. You could always only get 1 or 2. They like to stab you back in the day. Some of the guys got knives. Not so much in Minnesota, but down south and out west, they had a lot of them.
Oh, that sounds, definitely a lot scarier, better times back then, but with the stabbing, it sounds pretty brutal of how it was back then.
Oh yeah, we had no protection.
Yeah.
So we had to fight our way out of the ring, but I can say they never left me in the ring. They could have the doctor. Have his back all the way to the dresser. So, always said never left a guy in the ring. Never did that.
Right. Yeah. I think one time you showed me a photo and you were explaining how I think it was a rowdy crowd or something. You were telling me how never leave the wrestler behind because the crowd can get pretty rowdy and you got to make sure you take care of your talent.
You're darn right. Well, it's always the kid. Like I
Yeah.
said, we
that's
always
it.
had a good bunch of guys. We didn't
Mhm.
have any bad guys. If we had a bad guy, we get rid of them. We could do that.
Yeah.
You never leave the guy in the ring. You know, that crowd was very dangerous. They really get crazy.
Yeah.
They're scary people.
Yeah. Definitely less restrictions and security back then.
Oh, we you know, I don't know. It was a fun time. I think it was a better time. We had more fun.
Yeah.
Always had fun. That was the most important thing.
Yeah.
That's what I told all my new guys I trained. I said, you know, have a good match. Always have fun. Because 50 years from now, you're not going to remember your match. You're always going to remember the good times and the good times. And never forget that. And they did.
Okay.
That's just as important as anything.
Right.
How old as I am, I still, you know, think guys, fun we had, the good times.
Yeah.
And you can only have that in the wrestling business. I don't think there's any other business in the world that can have more fun. And more misery. Go on trips, you know. More drive to Chicago, drive to Fargo, drive to Winnipeg, and wrestle and drive back the same night. But that's why you got to have a good bunch of guys. You got 4 guys in the car. Well, every once in a while, there would be a couple guys dead in an automobile accident, but not that many. Because 2 would stay awake and 2 would sleep. That's why it's so important to have good guys with you all the time.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So another question in the comment section, if you could have one match with someone from today, who would you pick?
I have no idea. I don't. All good workers. I don't think you could have a bad match with anyone today. All the ones I've seen anyway are great workers. They're well trained, well conditioned.
Yeah.
Or just any of them would be great.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Just to put a name out there too, like 'cause I know at the Steel Domain shows you talk with Rampage Santana, and I think that would be kind of cool with you and your Prime versus Rampage Santana.
Oh, he's a good guy. Great guy. He's got a good future. Oh yeah. I'm proud of him. I like him. Well, that whole bunch over there, that whole gang, really a nice bunch of guys. They're fun to hang out with. Oh yeah, they're great.
Yeah. All right, Jesse, you want to go with the question?
Yeah, there's another question in the chat room. Let's see. Do you still keep in contact with guys you've worked with?
With who?
With workers and friends that you've had in the back then.
Oh yeah, if they're alive, they're almost all dead.
Yeah.
Oh no, everyone's dead. You know, a few guys to hang out. I got Charlie Norris and a few Tommy Ferrer and a couple guys. That's all. They're all gone.
Yeah.
You know, you went into the steroid generation there. Some guys didn't live long. You know, a real tragedy. I never, on any of my shows or any of my schools, I never allowed steroids or drugs of any type.
Right.
However, they would go off in the back of a building, shoot up with the steroids and that, you know, but I tried.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of the reason, like, I think from 2000 to 2010, a lot of WWE wrestling guys just got way too addicted to the drugs and pills, and that's why they have issues now or died as a result of that now. So.
Well, right now I think they're pretty strict now.
Yeah, it's definitely better now.
Back then, everyone had to be so big. There was a period in wrestling where they all had to be real big.
Yeah.
That's where the steroids came in. Now they're gone. Maybe it's, I don't know.
Yeah. Very sad. Yeah, so you're pretty much your whole moniker is that you're the trainer of champions. So who was your original trainer or trainer?
I didn't. I just had a whole bunch of guys. All the guys. I hung out with the guys. We worked out together. And like I say before, the one that got me in the business was Lenny Montana and Luca Rossi from the Delta. But I'd worked out with Doug Gilbert and guys like Carl Gotcha, Theater, everyone was up. Bill Wright was a big help. I was just lucky again. Right place, right time.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go with another in the chat. What is the biggest change from the AWA wrestling days to wrestling now?
I don't think there's much change. Wrestling's wrestling. I think it's harder now because of the long trips. It's hard as an airplane trip. Being on them planes all day. That was, when we were in a car all the time, but we could stop for coffee and there was play with, we could talk all the time, we could do all that. These guys nowadays, they earn their money. As a matter of fact, when I was refereeing for the World Wrestling Federation, and I was working locally, about Chicago, Moline. I wouldn't go any farther than that. Just driving distance. And then they said, "Well, you want to go to work part time?" I said, "Well, full time." Yeah. And I had to go to someplace in Canada where I had to transfer planes and everything. And I said, "No, I'll just work locally." That's all I did.
Yeah.
It's hard on the guys nowadays.
Right. Okay.
I don't think they have as much fun as we did. We did have fun. Very, very good time. I mean, there's a lot of boring trips. I don't think we have.
Yeah.
Or we wouldn't use them.
Yeah, I think that's got to be one thing. Driving from as cool as it was, probably to drive to all the cities, I would think that would be very just exhausting to go all those miles.
All the miles, well, it's hard. It's boring.
Yeah.
And dangerous.
Yeah, especially during winter time. That's going to be very dangerous.
We still have to go. It's dangerous, but we still have to go. We have to make the town. Which we did. We made it. We went through some awful weather. Hit the ditch 2 times.
Yeah.
We did it. We made it to town. Never late.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Jess, you want to go?
Yeah. This has been something I've been thinking about really all day. I never really asked this question from anybody, but what do you think about the troubles that Buck Rock and Roll Zumhofe has gotten himself into years ago, and has he been kind of not even talked about anymore?
Well, I don't. Yeah, well, he was a embarrassment to all of us. He was a terrible guy. And I mean, I when he was in prison in Stillwater, before this last time, we all went up and arrested him. I would agree to for him, for nothing. Stillwater prison.
Yeah.
But what he did is he's not one of us.
Everybody in the wrestling community knows what he's done, and I think a lot of his fans have kind of slowly moved on from him. Yeah,
he is. I don't know. I can't say he was a bad guy. Always nice. That sure makes us look bad.
Yeah, definitely. Even coming from a fan perspective.
Coming from where?
Coming from a fan's perspective, I mean, what he did was really bad.
For all of us. But when he did all that, he wasn't working for any promoter or nothing. He was working for himself, his own shows. He was working for Pro Wrestling America or the AWA, and he was working for himself. So you can't blame no promoter for using them or anyone else.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll be a long time before he gets out.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm seeing on the internet right now from an article from 2014, he sentenced like 25 years in prison.
Yeah, he does. They give him some time. I don't know what prison he's in.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was 25 years.
Yeah. For, yeah.
Made us all look bad.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely not right to do that. No. And
I don't know who broke him into this stuff.
oh, the guy.
It wasn't me.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Crazy. Too bad.
Right.
I always liked him. I thought he was nice name. Just a little strange.
Yeah. What inspired you to start the PWA?
Well, I trained all those guys, and all of them, I got a whole bunch of stories.
Yeah.
I don't know how many I had. Maybe 15, 20. They all were working right away. They had to get experience. So I started it, mainly so they could get their experience. Which a lot of them, like Charlie Norris, and started with, they went on to bigger territories. And when it had to make a few dollars, we made money too. They did pretty well. We had a lot of casinos, things like that. And we did good. The boys got their experience.
Yeah, I guess that's true when you got all those wrestlers and pretty much got a wrestling company and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of that too, since Charlie was you trained Charlie, and I was talking to him about it last time about he was a little bit nervous about you giving him a shot at the PWA championship. He's like, no.
Yeah. Well, he looked good. He could handle it. Everyone's nervous. They've got things like that.
Yeah.
Give me different championships. And, like in Kansas City, when I was working out of Kansas City territory, and I gave my notice. I've been here for a while, and I said, and they said, well, we'll give you the belt. Make you the champion. Hey, young kid, that's And so now there were times they had to go an hour. Guys like Paddle Carnival was one of the all-time great workers. And then my pay up went up $3-4 a day. So I said goodbye. Back to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Oh, there's always stress in it. There's always stress down on the wrestlers. That's hard.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely gotta be nerve-wracking, like stepping inside the ring. So
it's very nerve-wracking. Yes, it is.
It was nervous for me just to step inside the ring, just to do like one show I took pictures with wrestlers in the ring and went, oh my god, I'm stepping inside a ring. I wasn't even a wrestler. Yeah, it really is. It's very exciting and
but once the match starts, you don't think of all the people watching you because you don't really see them. All you see is your friends and your opponent. You don't see nothing else, and you don't think about it. Except when you work the crowd, you got to work the crowd.
Yeah.
I know if you like now the Target Center, not to get some road warriors stuff. They had a suite way up at the top, and they'd all worked. That's hardware for me and that. Someone went up and sat up there, and I looked down. I said, "God, this is amazing."
Yeah.
Well, I was scared of it. If I'd have known.
Yeah, Target Center is huge. I went all the way up in the bleachers. I'm like, that is very high up.
I was looking down at the little people in the ring. Or before that, I was watching something. It scared me. I thought, I make a mistake or make a fool of myself in some way.
Yeah.
We survived.
That's the important thing. All right, Jesse, you want to go with the question?
Yes, there's another question in the chat room from Brandon. He's asking, best wrestler to come from Minnesota.
What was that? I didn't understand.
Brandon from the chat room wanted to know who the best wrestler to come from Minnesota.
Oh, you could never answer that. My God.
Yeah.
What is all the champions? Jesus, it was amazing. And one time, myself in the school, I had every chance. I had the champion, and I was the WCW and WWF. I had the ladies champion, the champion, the territory. Well, there's only 3 territories.
Yeah.
I mean, there is no guess. They're all.
Yeah, there's just way too many. Yeah, Mr. Perfect is definitely a great one that I think of pretty much automatically from coming from Minnesota. So.
He was great, everything he did. He was a wonderful human being. He's a real nice guy. And they wrestled him. I wrestled his father like 100 times.
Yeah.
Great guys.
Great. Yeah. Who was the easiest worker to work with in the ring?
Oh, you got your great workers. Holy grace.
Oh, yeah.
He might have been the only house.
Yeah. Harley Race seems like he would be easiest to work with.
Oh, the dream. Night off. Just like the night off.
Yeah.
Never did nothing wrong. That's why he was the world champion.
Yeah, he's won a lot of titles.
Oh, he's won them all.
Yeah. Jess, you want to go with the question?
Yeah, this is gonna be my last question for Eddie. So Eddie, we've been hearing rumors now for a while about Horace the Psychopath, and apparently tomorrow night in Faribault, he is returning to the ring. What makes a guy like that want to come back?
I have no idea. I don't know. Everyone goes back.
Yeah.
Everyone does. I mean, I quit before, never, ended it, had a good career, I ended it. And I spent the rest of my life in the business as a trainer, a referee, and a promoter.
Right.
I don't know if everyone goes back. It's hard to quit.
Right. Yeah.
I think. I don't know how many people it ever did. They're just so old, they're so old they can't walk anymore. I mean, we used to have guys who were, just terribly crippled up, but they're still in there trying their best. It gets you after a while.
Yeah. I was reading it, or I watched an interview with the Undertaker, Mark Calloway, about how he.
Oh, great guy.
Yeah, he was.
He's a wonderful guy.
Actually, I kind of want to hear that. What did you think of Undertaker, or how many conversations have you had or anything?
Well, quite a few in the dressing rooms.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and just a really nice guy, super guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I can't say enough nice about him. He's just a wonderful man.
Yeah. He said he would definitely wrestle pretty much forever if it wasn't for his body, and he's already put in 30+ years. So it's
he's put his time in.
Mm-hmm. And I heard this morning that he's going into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2022.
Yep.
Whatever that means.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very prestigious prize.
He's a credit to the business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Let me go with one last question. Are you currently available for bookings / autograph signings or anything of that sort?
Well, I tell you, I'm glad you asked that because I am now.
Okay.
I'm available for, I want to go out with the rest of the guys and make some money because in our generation, we weren't allowed to do that,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you even talked about it, you might get fired.
Jeez. Wow.
It's so much different. It's so much nicer now.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can go out, sign autographs, talk to the fans. Back then, the promoters discouraged it, especially Gagne and Carbo, and all promoters did.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just so afraid you get caught riding together and things like that. Oh, it's terrible. Now we can go out. Yeah, I can't wait to get out and sell more pictures, and I have a wonderful time now.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so very few of us left.
Right.
Somebody checked the other day. I don't know, it's one of you guys or something. How many of us old guys are left? And they said there's only about 12.
Oh.
Because wrestlers don't live that long, They die I think it's 12 years sooner than average people.
Mm-hmm.
Because the abuse on their body, and then he went into the steroids, which really killed him off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm available for everything. Tell everyone.
Okay.
Sell pictures, sign autographs, whatever you want.
Okay. What is the best way to contact you for things like that for people that want to do that?
Well, just give them my phone number, but tell them there's something wrong with my phone. I bought a new phone, and if you leave a message, it don't register. I got to get it fixed somehow.
Oh.
But just call me at home at night. I'm home every night.
Okay.
And yes, I'm glad you brought that up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've already got invited to a couple real good autograph signing sessions and that, but they're on the East Coast. One's in North Carolina and others in New Jersey or something.
Okay.
Well, there's been some local ones here too that Charlie Norris and I went to. They're pretty good. They're good in St. Paul. I think it was last month. And I think there's another one coming up in Faribault or something like that. They've been very good.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Around the world.
Yeah. So for anybody, that wants to sign Eddie to an autograph signing or booking, just DM me on Facebook or something. So.
No, I don't use a computer. I'm computer ignorant, and I'm going to stay that way.
No, I'm saying.
Like they say, I want this number, but be patient because I got to get this phone fixed. Don't leave a message because it don't work.
Yeah. No, I'm saying.
I'll get it fixed because it's a new phone. I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah. No, I'm saying people message me and then I can give them your number.
Yeah,
so.
That's even better.
Yeah, because I don't want to just post it out. So.
If you leave a message and I don't answer the phone, please call back.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll definitely tell people to do that. So.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, Jaron, we can definitely promote that on the show when we do these shows.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Let people know that Eddie is out there and is available.
Mm-hmm.
Because it never was before. We weren't allowed to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I never did until just recently. I said, oh my goodness, what am I missing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We could definitely do that. So.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then also, I think I heard from someone that you're going into the Minnesota Hall of Fame, right, or something of that sort.
Well, yeah, I never did show up for that. Next time I will.
Oh, you did.
They called me several times, and they're very, very, very nice about it. But
okay.
you know, it's I don't know. The older generation are harder to move because we weren't allowed to do things like that back then. And now it's different.
Yeah. Traveling now is not going to be fun.
Everything now.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely do that, and yeah. So I guess that's pretty much all the questions we got, and then we covered some fan questions. So I guess we can conclude this interview with the great Eddie Sharkey. And Jesse, if you have some ending comments, you can add that in quick.
Yeah, definitely. Or keep calling you Charlie. Eddie, it was great to have you on the show tonight, and we would love to have you back on again.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you so much for thinking of me, and thank you for getting my name out there. I've been hiding long enough, haven't I? And thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
All right. You have a nice night, Eddie.
Thank you. Good night.
All right. Good night.
All right. I think that went